After checking out clients in our last video and how to add them on your system, now we're going to go through client profile. So there are two ways to access a client profile. One of them is by inputting their name in the search bar at the top of your screen. As you can see, the second I input the first three letters, I can actually get a dropdown. And I can click on them and it will take me to their profile. The second way I can access is by clicking on them from my client list. So let's take Joseph, for example. We just click on him, and there we go. So the client profile is divided into four sections. The first section has client information. The second section is where you can buy packages for a client. The third section is the activity history, where you can see any past or future classes that the client is in, and private sessions, of course, and field reservations. If you have any rentals or you rent out any rooms or fields, this is where you can see a full history of what the client has rented. So let's start at the first part. So we're talking client information. As you can see, there's the client name, and on its left, you have a phone icon in orange. Now, currently, this says pending. That means this client has not logged into the Intune application yet. Once they log into the app, this will turn green and it will say connected. The second part is client notes. From here, we can add different client notes and we can put them as required for action. So this is internally for staff members of your business. And thirdly, if by any chance you have two clients who ended up being the same one, maybe you added someone from your end, and then the client, let's say, signed up on the app and booked with a different email, and you want to merge those two accounts, you can always click here on Merge Client, write the other person's name, you'll have a drop-down option, you'll click from it, and of course, you'll be able to merge them in a bit. There we go. So here we have Mario, here we have Joseph. We can say which one we want to keep. They switched around. And of course, any transactions, memberships, events, and incomplete memberships will add to the one that you're keeping. It will not replace. So all the transactions, all the memberships, all the events are going to be saved and nothing will get deleted except just the first name of the client, I guess, and everything else will be merged with the second one. So let's go back to our client profile. The second part in the client information here would be, of course, it will list everything that you added while creating client, but it includes also the balance. And that balance can show up as zero, like this, or it can show up as a positive or negative. Positive, which means the client has extra credit, and this is money that they can use to book for other activities at your business. And the negative, that means the client owes you money. So, of course, if we click on it, we have a couple of options. If they owe you money, you can always receive payment. You can view summary, where you can see the invoices, you can see the credit notes. Of course, next to each invoice, you can issue a credit note, which is something we're going to see in a bit. And of course, every transaction that's made is going to show up here. Another part is a view statement, where you will see every financial statement for that client. We are going to get back to this in a bit after we do a test sale for a package, which is what we're going to do on the right side here. So once we click on Add Package, we're going to see our available packages here, and they're divided by sections. So combo, class package, membership, PT, etc. And you can click on one of them. You can pick which package do you want to sell. This is, let's say, 10 passes. But let's pick this one. This one has a price. Now, if you have multiple branches, you can choose in which branch do I want to buy this package in. You can put a starting date. This is the applicable date from here. I'm going to put it today. I can also adjust if I want to. So I can adjust the number of passes that this client will get. So I can say they will get 6 instead of 5. And this, I can adjust the sale date if I want to. That will, of course, adjust the invoice date. So the invoice will generate on the date that you select here as well. If you don't put anything, if you don't choose adjust, then it will be today's date. Now, as you can see on the right, the net price is already here available. You can input a discount if you want to. So that's, let's say, 10%. It automatically adjusted the net price. Or if you change the net price in itself, it will give you an automatic discount. You can also put a reference number and notes, which are optional. Lastly, you need to pick a payment method. So what is the kind of payment that you want to receive the money in? Cash, bank transfer, maybe you have credit cards, Visa cards, etc. And of course, you always have the option on account, which means the client is not paying for the service that you're selling. So this 240 will go as a negative money on his balance. So let's do it together. You can click on account, click confirm, and there we go. Now we have minus 240 available here. So a couple of things I can do here. I can click receive payment. I can choose how do I want to get paid, bank transfer, maybe it's another currency. It will automatically calculate the rate. If you want to know more about this, check out our video on payment methods. Of course, you can always receive a partial payment. Like I want to only receive 100, that means there's 140 remaining. Now, as you can see, our summary and statement are populated. So now we have an invoice here with 240 with 100 paid, and we have 140 on balance. As you can see, we have a receipt because we already received $100. And of course, I can always do a credit note for that invoice. If I want to return that sale and void that invoice, I can click on credit note here. It will show me the package. It will show me the amount. I can click edit next to the package, click discontinue, choose how I want to return it, whether I want to return it in cash. Now I know that this client only paid me 100, right? So if I click here, it's going to automatically read it for me. And he has 140 on account. So that also I have to refund. So I click on 140 and now I click confirm. So I returned 100 in cash and I returned 140 on account, which equals 0. As you can see, a credit note has been created for 240. And now his balance is 0 again. And as you can see, the expiry date of this package has been moved to 6 December.